Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews, and today I've got a lager to review for you, and it's a lager from one of the big supermarkets we have over here in the UK. It's from Marks and Spencer's, and it's been brewed exclusively for Marks and Spencer's by Woodforde's brewery, and it is quite simply a can of their British lager, coming in at 5% ABV. It says from Woodforde's brewery in Woodbastwick. Is that Norfolk? It is Norfolk. Brewed exclusively for Marks and Spencer's, 5% ABV. Very generic design on the can. Red with a lion that looks, well, reminds me of the lion from the Premier League logo. Don't know about you. Yeah, it's a 440ml can. I paid £1.50 for this can. There is a lot of information on the side of it. But very actually little in the way of flavour text. It says typical lager ingredients and processes are used to produce this lager. Modern hop varieties give this lager style a contemporary twist. Yeah. Ingredients: water, malted barley, hops and yeast. Doesn't say much else, but there's loads of, health and safety stuff and the calories, and there's a whole French block here. Yeah, so 5% ABV lager, 440ml from M&S, brewed by Woodforde's. Let's see if it's any good. Well, I'd say £1.50 a can. It's not the cheapest lager you'll ever find. I'm hoping it's half decent. Here we go. So we'll leave that there. The British lager from Marks and Spencer's. There it is. That looks like your run-of-the-mill lager. Really good levels of carbonation on that one. Loads of bubbles rising up on that one. Hasn't really developed much of a head. That's disappeared pretty sharpish. Yeah. Pretty clear. Decent clarity through that one. Golden colour, as you'd expect. And decent enough levels of carbonation. Let's get an aroma. Yeah, there's a slight citrus sweetness to it. But not a lot else. Very, very subtle aroma on it. Not a lot else going on with that. A bit of citrus sweetness to it. It's like a bit of lemon maybe. Other than that, it smells like every other lager you've ever tasted. Let's get a taste though. Cheers. And it tastes like most lagers that are available in the supermarkets. That's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, the flavour pretty much backs up the aroma. There isn't really much of one. There is that slight citrus sweetness comes through on the flavour that was on the aroma. It's nicely carbonated. It's not over the top. There's a gentle carbonation throughout that helps give you a full flavour. Thin mouthfeel, thin bodied. That citrus sweetness, carbonation comes in pretty quick. And you're left with a very light hoppy bitterness at the back end. It's very refreshing. It does the job. It's really drinkable. I mean, I've done nearly half of that already. It's very drinkable. That's not bad at all. There's no complexity whatsoever to this one. Excuse me. It's better than a lot of the macro lagers that are out there. I will say that there's a bit more going on with it. But then a lot of those macro lagers taste like piss. This doesn't taste bad. This actually tastes quite nice. It's quite refreshing. It's got a nice clean flavour to it. It's not a bad lager, really. That's not a bad lager at all. Marks & Spencer's also do a Belgian lager, which comes in a green can. And this is their British lager in the red can, so that's the way to tell the difference. But this isn't bad. It's not amazing. It does what it's meant to do. It's very refreshing. There's not much complexity to it. There's not much flavour to it. I'm not really getting much of the 5% on it. That's quite a strong lager for the market, to be fair, when you think most of the macro ones are kind of around 4%, around the 4% mark, and this one's quite big at 5%. You're not really getting a boozy kick to it as such. There is a slight bit of warmth in my chest now, and I've had a bit of it, but it's very light, it's very drinkable, very refreshing. It's all right. It's all right. That is the only way I could describe it, really. It's okay. I do like to try these lagers from all these different supermarkets and see what they're doing, see what they're bringing to the party. I mean, this isn't bad at all, but it doesn't compete with Rheinbacher from Aldi. You want to, still for me, the best lager available from any supermarket is Rheinbacher from Aldi. You can get 4 500ml cans. They're bigger than these, 4 of them for £3. So it's still the best deal, and for me, it's still the best quality lager available from a supermarket. Excuse me. But this is all right. This is all right for £1.50 a can. Would I buy it again? Probably not. Probably not, unless it was on offer. Unless it was reduced and had plenty of life left in it, I might buy it again. But that's not to say it's a bad beer, because it's not. It's actually quite a decent lager. It does what it's meant to do. But there are better for cheaper out there. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to give this beer a 6 out of 10. It's average, but I would drink it again. I would happily drink it again. I just don't think I'd spend the money on it again when I know I could get better for less. So yeah, 6 out of 10 for this one for me. So Marks & Spencer's British Lager, brewed by Woodforde. It's decent enough, but it's not going to set your world alight. You know what I mean? It's nothing amazing, but it's half decent. So 6 out of 10 for Marks & Spencer's British Lager. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and until my next one, guys, you take care.